Welcome back. This is Dan Havey with CFninjaHacks, and a couple of people have reached out to me recently wanting to know how they could put icons into a site but get them really close to each other, get them to be small, and also, most importantly, when you go to mobile, to not have them stack on top of each other. And you can see here, I mean, these are like 30 pixel font size icons, but I can't get them any closer together because as I try to scroll, and they're acting really wonky too, they're not going to get any closer together. So the question is, how can we do this with a little bit of code? And the first thing we have to do is we have to go create a membership at a site called FontAwesome. So we're going to click on FontAwesome and go here, and we're just going to say click on Start, or down here, Start for free, one or the other. And so it says enter your email to create your first kit. So I'm going to do that right now, and we will say send my kit code. Oh, that URL was already, I'm sorry, that email was already taken, so I will put in a new one, and we will send myself a new kit. And now we're going to have to go check our email. So here's the email, and so we will click on that, and we will go back into FontAwesome. I had to change over to Firefox to pull up my emails. And so now we're going to put in a password. And what's your first name, last name? And so now here it created a kit, and what we need to do is it says here, add your kit's code to your project. Copy your kit's code into the head of each template or page in your project where you want to use FontAwesome. So what we have to do is we have to grab this code right here, and we will copy that out, and we're going to now move this out of the way, go back into where we were inside of ClickFunnels, and we're going to come out of this page, and we're going to go into the header tracking code underneath settings. And we will copy this into the tracking code and come all the way down to the bottom and click on save and update the settings. Now we'll go back into that funnel we were working on. And in here, we're going to go up to settings. We're going to click on tracking code. And when I did this in the past, I actually just put the code in here. But if you're going to be using fonts on all the steps within your funnel, you might as well just go ahead, go into settings, not on this page, but the settings on the funnel editor page, and just put it into the header tracking code there. That way it'll cover all the pages inside of your funnel. But in this case here, I have it here as well. So either place is fine, especially if you only want it just for one page. So now let's go back into the FontAwesome, and actually let's go to the main page. And now we can go up and click on icons and search for the icons we want to use. So you will see, you can scroll down, and they have literally, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And of course, there is also a pro plan where you can get access to all of the icons in here. But let's just say we want to put in a Facebook icon. So we'll type in Facebook, and it comes up with multiple icons. So let's just pick this square one. And what you're looking for is this bit of code right here. So all you have to do is highlight over it. It says copy, click to copy. So the whole thing got copied. Now let's pull up a notepad, and let's just put that into the notepad. So what it is that you have your I tag on either side here, and then it says class equals FAB FA-Facebook square. Now what you're going to see is that every one of these has a slightly different name, but they all start with FAB space FA dash something. And so that's what tells it what the icon is. Now let's just take a look. Let's go back to the icons page, because there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with these icons and different ways that you can change the size. You can make them be animated in some cases. So there's a lot of different things you can do. And you can find a lot of instructions on how to use this by clicking on the docs at the top. It says basic use right here, shows different ways to be able to put in the the code for it. You got different font faces. And there's also in here, I don't think it's on this page, you got to search through the docs a little bit. It'll tell you how to make them different sizes and things like that. But you can also treat them just like they were fonts and use things like font size, font weight, color of font, things like that. Actually, I don't think I've ever tested font weight, but I know size and color definitely work. So you take this little bit of code right here. Now, in our case, what we have is we want these to be clickable links. So if I come here and let's say this is a Facebook icon right here, I want to be able to click on that and have somebody go to my Facebook page. So what we need to do is wrap this with an A tag, an anchor text tag. So we would put in A, and then we put in href equals, and then quote. And I'll just say, because I don't know what exactly my HTTPS and I'll put a quote, close that out, indent this 2 spaces, and then we will close that A tag. And that's how it would be. Now when somebody came in here and they were to click on this font, it will take them to facebook.com. Obviously, you want to put in your page or your profile link or your group link, whatever you have, you would put that in there instead. So now let's look at what I have already set up inside of ClickFunnels. And we're going to come down and we're going to click on this, open up our editor. So let me back up here. What I did here is I just put in a custom JavaScript HTML box. And I'll just show you where you find that. You can click on the plus here, scroll all the way down to the bottom. It's very bottom one right down here. And so I already have some content in here. Let's take a look at what I have. And we will open the code editor. Up at the top here, I have just a little bit of CSS code. And what I did is I'm calling each one of these divs, I'm giving it the icon, I'm giving it the ID of icons. And then I'm just saying up here, we want the font size to be 24, text alignment to be center, just so everything lines up in the center of the document. And then also we want to turn off any underlines. So when you hover over the top of it, it wants to underline it, but you only see a little bit of the underline, so we'll just turn off that underline so we don't have to worry about it. So now let's come all the way down to the bottom, and let's just take out that comment. And what we have here, so again, I have the div ID equals icons, so that up here will then be styled with that CSS. And then we have our href equals facebook.com, have a second one here for Instagram, third one for Twitter, and another one here, I guess I have Facebook for the link because I didn't put anything in for the envelope. So what we have here is we are going to have 4 icons in a straight line across. So let's just save this and let's take a look at what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. You have 4 icons all very close to each other. Now, of course, we can come in here and we can say, well, we want them a little further apart, so we can put in padding in between. We can do all kinds of stuff, including, let's just go back in here. Let's take a look at this. And let's come down to the bottom. And let's just say with this one here, we want to have it be red. So we just say style equals quote, and then we'll go color red. And now we will save it. And we'll take a look at what it looks like as red. Okay, so now it's red. So now what else can we do with this? Let's come in here, open the box back up, and let's just say for some reason, I mean, we can change up here at the top. Let's just say we want them all to be bigger. So let's just say we want 30 pixels for all of them, except for this one here. Let's just say we still want the font size to be 24 pixels for some reason. And then let's just check if we can do font weight. I don't know if this will work or not. And we'll put in font weight of bold. And so now let's save this and check it out one more time. Okay, so all of these are much bigger than before, and this one stayed at 24, and I'm pretty sure it's not bold. So you can do certain things in there, and like I said, you can also put in here, let's put these a little bit further apart. And what you would have to do is you'd have to come in, and let me see here, we got let me see. Let's try this. Padding right of 20 pixels. Save this. And there you go, it pushed them apart a little bit as well. So like I said, you can pretty much apply any kind of CSS you want to this. Now, okay, well, let's go back in here real quick. Now let's see what happens when we go to mobile view. And they all stay nice and lined up side by side, same spacing, same everything. So that looks good that they are now all side by side. But let's just say we want to line them up a little bit differently. So we will open the code editor. And what we're going to do here is I already have it programmed in. So we will take this out. And I will comment out this section down here. And what I did is I want this to be 2 on the top and then 2 on the bottom. So in order to do that, all you have to do is put in an extra div. Here's the original div that we had down here at the bottom. And then I just put in another div. And what this div is going to do is it's going to cause a carriage return, essentially, between these two sections. So you just put in the opening div tag here, then you put in the closing div tag with the slash, and then you repeat for the lower 2 elements, and then you will you'll have them 2 on top of each other. And right over here I have in here again font size of 25, color of red, and margin left of 5 pixels just for this individual element, just because when I originally did this, it didn't look like it was lining up right. So I just had to put in a little bit of CSS, made it a little bit bigger, and then I just moved it over a little bit as well. So let's see what it looks like now. So now we have our 4 icons. This here, don't worry about that. We have our 4 icons. This Instagram one seems to be a little bit smaller. Oh, that's right, because I made these other ones 30. So let's go back into our code and change this and make this back to, let's make this back to 24. And we will take out this padding. And then we will click on save and preview it one more time. And now you got the 4 of them all close together. And if we go down to a mobile size, they are sitting exactly the same as they were on the desktop. So that is how you do it. That's how you set up FontAwesome and how to put it together to put your icons into any ClickFunnels page. And just to show you that this works when you click on it, I clicked on it and we're going to Facebook, but we don't want that to happen that way. So let's come back here and let's change one last thing. In here, in this link, we want to put in target equals underscore blank. And what that will do is that will open it up in a new page. So we will now click on it and see it open up a new tab. And that's all you have to do is just put in target equals underscore blank to have it open up in a new tab. And I'll show you that once again real quickly. It was right here was that code. So that is it for today. Hopefully this helped you out. And if you got any other questions, just feel free to reach out to me. Have a great day.